Hey, let's look at what creates effortless power in today's modern golf swing. Let's look at Rory. First thing I want you to notice is as he turns his shoulders to the top of the backswing, the massive shoulder turn he has. That shoulder turn is created by strength and flexibility in specific deep spinal rotator muscles. This first green line indicates the amount of shoulder turn he has at the top of the backswing. The second green line indicates where his hips are at, and you'll notice there's a difference in the turn of his hips and turn of his shoulders, with his shoulders turning further. This creates what we call hip and shoulder separation, commonly in the golf world referred to as X factor. What this does specifically, simply, is it stretches the abdominal muscles. Those abdominal muscles, when stretched, create a lot of effortless power that is beyond your conscious control. It happens automatically. The next thing you'll notice is the common sit-down move. You saw this early on with Tiger first, and they sit down. When you sit down, you're loading into the hip and glute and thigh muscles. That helps you create more power, and it helps actually sequence the downswing, as you'll see that the hips start to turn and rotate first. The turn of the hips pulls through the arms and chest and shoulders through second or after the turn of the hips. And you notice the hip rotation there going all the way to the finish position. You have to have flexibility in the muscles around the hips for the hip joints to be able to turn. Look once again at the shoulder turn at the finish. Once again, hip, spine, chest and shoulder rotation is critical. The strength and flexibility in a golf-specific way is critical here. And it's not just about power, it's about shot consistency. If your body doesn't move at the right places rotationally correctly, you're not going to sequence the golf swing. You're not going to deliver the club head and square the club head up to the ball. You're not going to be consistent with your shot direction, nor your distance or anything else. The last thing we want to talk about is how when Rory does his sit-down move, you'll see that green line. That green line indicates where his spine is at, what we call the spine angle in the golf swing. And you'll notice as he starts to sit down, load into his hips, and his hips start to turn and sequence the downswing, his body starts to now rotate around his spine. It takes strength and flexibility in the hips, the legs, the pelvis, the spine, and the shoulders to be able to create this effortless power around that axis of rotation that allows you to be much more consistent, to create power, effortless power, and deliver the club face to the ball, to hit the ball straight, control your distance. All this comes down to specific, golf-specific strength and flexibility that are required if you want your body to create effortless power and to be more consistent in terms of distance control.